Today we're looking at phrasal verbs with away. Now I've tried to put some general meanings in the middle of the spidergram today because a lot of the phrasal verbs with away are connected by different ideas. Some of these phrasal verbs are connected by the idea of erosion, of wasting away, of something eroding or atrophy, this kind of idea that something is wasting away. Some of the phrasal verbs are connected with the idea of removal of something or subtraction of something. Remember that take away also means subtract, 5 take away 1 comes to 4. Remember that phrasal verbs with away are often related to disposing of something, like throwing something away or giving something away. And lastly, it's very often connected also to the idea of waste, that something has been wasted with some phrasal verbs, with these two, while away and fritter away, and probably some other ones too that I haven't remembered. So let's start with do away with, which has come up in a number of other classes. Do away with generally means abolish, get rid of, but perhaps abolish is even closer, because we often say, I don't know, some people might want to do away with income taxes, for example, get rid of them, abolish them. Okay, if somebody is put away, then it's the same as send someone down. The judge sent him down for 5 years. The judge put him away for 5 years. The judge gave him a 5-year prison sentence. So, put someone away, it means put someone in prison. Put someone behind bars is another expression. Now, a lot of these phrasal verbs here are going to be about the movement, and so when you back away, it just means go backwards when you're facing someone. You back away. Very similar to back off. Somebody might say back off, and they mean that you should go backwards, you should back away. So this is connected with the movement of going backwards. When you back away, you go further away from someone. That's the idea of the movement, further away. And the same if you run away, scurry away, go away, sneak away, slip away, creep away. Now these words, if you don't know what they mean, please check my vocabulary video about ways of walking, because lots of these are on that video, but they all mean go away. But if you sneak away, you do it very quietly, without anybody noticing. So it's exactly the same as this one, steal away. That may sound strange to you, but steal away means leave without noticing. So creep away, slip away, they're all very similar. And it all is about the motion. Stay away and keep away, I thought, were pretty clear. It means stay far away from something, or keep far away from someone, maybe. If you whisk someone away, usually that means you take them away on a holiday. Usually it's on a holiday, but you whisk someone away. Maybe you whisk your wife away on a romantic weekend. You whisk her off on a romantic weekend. This would be the same, really, just as whisk away. But here you're taking her away on a holiday. You can also see this, especially in literature, to spirit something or someone away, and it means to take someone or something away without anybody noticing. If someone is spirited away in the middle of the night, nobody notices that they have been removed. So spirit away is to take someone away without noticing. Steal away is when you go yourself, when you go away without anyone noticing. You sneak away or slip away. Now, if you get away, that means you managed to escape, The police were chasing the criminals, but they couldn't catch up with the criminals, and so the criminals got away. But you can also say they got away with the robbery, and that means they escaped unpunished from the robbery. So get away with something means not be punished for something. Now, give away can actually mean 3 different things. It can mean that you just give something, maybe to charity, and you don't want it back. So you give your old clothes away, you don't want them back, or you give the children's old toys away, something like that. You dispose of them, but it's when somebody else has got them and you don't want them back. Now this can also be used in a slightly different sense with the bride. The father of the bride, on the wedding day, he gives his daughter away. And you might say, well, this is the same kind of thing, that he's giving her away to the husband, and he's not going to take her back afterwards because she's married after that. But lastly, give away can also mean reveal or expose, because you might say something like this. You might say his accent gives him away as a person born in the northeast, or a person who grew up in the northeast. His accent gives him away. It reveals him to be a person from that area. So it can also mean reveal, and it is quite often used like that. A giveaway sign would be an indicator. If something gives you away, it indicates that you're something. So please remember that it means reveal as well. Now, if you chuck something away, it's exactly the same as throw something away. And I've just thought of another. Toss something away. This was in the IT crowd, so it's another good phrasal verb. They all mean the same thing. They all mean throw something away, get rid of something, dispose of something. Now, if somebody comes to your door and you turn them away, you refuse to let them in and you ask them to go away. So it's quite common if somebody annoying comes to your door, you probably will want to turn them away. Now, if you try to explain away some problems you've been having, you're trying to justify those problems in some kind of way with excuses. You're trying to minimize those problems with your explanations. And so you might say government ministers have tried to explain away the current rate of inflation, but it's not working. Yeah, their explanations aren't going down well. People aren't believing their explanations. So yeah, it's when you try and justify something with excuses, but it sounds like lame excuses. It sounds like poor excuses, and it sounds like they're not working. Okay, if you fritter away your money, then you waste your money. If you fritter away all the inheritance which you got from your great aunt, it means you waste it. You spend it on stuff which is absolutely unnecessary. You can see this with some slang words as well, with some swear words meaning squander as well. And you can also fritter away time, but time is very often used with while away. You can while away the hours learning to play guitar. Now here, I don't know if it's quite waste, because it sounds like you spend it quite pleasantly, but it still sounds while away. It sounds like killing time in some kind of way. And so it's related to wasting to a certain degree, but it sounds like a pleasant waste of time, I think, when you while away the hours doing something. Okay, so quite an interesting one there. If you can't tear yourself away from a film, it means it's fantastic. So it's just quite often used idiomatically to tear oneself away from, quite often in the negative. I can't tear myself away from this book, it's super. Okay, so if you get carried away, you get over enthusiastic about something. So maybe you get overexcited and perhaps you're arguing with someone and you get carried away and in the end you hit them. That would mean, yeah, you've got far too over-enthusiastic and you got carried away. Your emotions took over, and you couldn't stop them taking over your personality. So it could be positive, or it could be, well, normally it's just neutral or negative. It's not usually positive when you get carried away, but it could be just neutral. Okay, slave away is when you work hard. You've been slaving away at work. This was on phrasal verbs with work, so you should have come across this phrasal verb before if you've been watching this phrasal verb course. Now, if you shy away from something, you avoid it. So generally, you might say people generally tend to shy away from discussing politics in public, something like that. They generally avoid doing that, and it's when you avoid doing something often for fear of embarrassment. I mean, that's where the word shy comes from. Yeah, so it's often used in those situations, but maybe not only. So let's just call it avoid certain situations. If you lock something away, then you're hiding it away, you're stashing it. Okay, if you lock something away, you're hiding it in a really difficult place so that nobody can find it. And if you're locking it away, nobody's going to unlock it. It's going away for a long time. And if you squirrel something away, this means you hoard it. And hoard means accumulate possessions or money or things, belongings. And so you might squirrel away some money every week in order to accumulate a lot of money, in order to save up a great deal of money and buy something nice. But you can also squirrel away possessions. You could squirrel away something that you're collecting and accumulate lots and lots of something. And so I thought it was quite similar to hide something away. But the idea is that squirrels, they accumulate acorns. Yeah, they hide their acorns under the ground, and when the time comes when they're hungry, then they can have all their acorns. And so that's where the idea comes from. If somebody's squirreling away something, they're accumulating, they're hoarding something. Now we come on to the idea of erosion. Now, if something is chipping away at your company profits, or eating away at your company profits, it means that it's reducing or weakening. I mean, here it's reducing your profits slowly, gradually, each and every month. It's chipping away at your profits. So there's a gradual idea here. The idea is gradual, that it happens every single day or week or month, and it's a lessening. It lessens something or reduces something or even weakens something. Yes, you could say that something was chipping away at the army's morale or something like that. It was weakening the army. So it could mean lessen or weaken for these three phrasal verbs. But still the idea is there of erosion. And we can say that the flower withered away. And that would mean that it wasted away over time. It became nothing. And you can certainly talk about something which you wear all the time, or which you use all the time. It doesn't have to be something you wear. You can say that... I mean, we wouldn't usually say the computer wore away, but we would say something like, my old boots have worn away over time. In fact, we normally say wear out. So let me give you another one there. My old boots are worn out and I need to buy some more. But this wear away, when something wears away, it gets used and used and used, and slowly it becomes unusable in some kind of way. You can't use it anymore. So our bodies wear away, and eventually we pass away. The last phrasal verb means die, perhaps a good one to finish with. So our bodies wear away first, and when something wears away, it erodes in some kind of way. It gets worse or sicker or weaker over time. And so, unfortunately, our bodies wear away, and in the end, we pass away. Now, if you have any questions about any of these away phrasal verbs, please put them under the video. If you have any more away phrasal verbs which are interesting, please put them under the video. And I hope to see you all soon for more phrasal verb lessons. Thanks for watching.